Stand by. The program will begin soon.
When I see an American flag, I immediately look at that I'm like, that person's probably a bigot. That person's probably a homophobe. That person's probably a racist if they're just flying American flags out everywhere.
Hold up. Hey, this sounds more like a you problem. You should probably go see somebody about that.
We got over $5 million per year from the American taxpayers, being given no bid contracts from Maine Governor Janet Mills, and is building a military in Somalia. He has been funneling money back to Somalia to build a military in Somalia. The guy is running a migrant services agency that builds Maine Care, which is what we call Medicaid, about $5 million a year. Oh no, those illegal immigrants are getting any Medicare. And then he said he raised money in the U.S. to buy weapons, munitions, and supplies for a paramilitary force he had hoped to lead as the president of Jubaland. Yes, that's a real state in Somalia. And to be clear, in Somalia, he's running to be the warlord of Jubaland. Elections in Jubaland aren't exactly like elections in America. It's whoever has the most guns is able to certify the election. So he needed to buy a paramilitary organization and paramilitary support in order to win the election. Avocados Diablias asked if you could bring any one comic strip character to life and train them to be a hitman, who would you choose? Oh, that's the easiest question ever. Calvin. Calvin. Oh, look, Somnambule Nation, you and I are on the same page. Calvin. From Calvin and Hobbes. Yes. And by God, Calvin would be the greatest hitman to ever live. Better than John.
Stand by.
I guarantee
the
it.
The program will begin soon.
I didn't have to think about it.
Yes, it's true. The Obama administration deported over 3 million people, and the Biden administration, over 4 million people. But they didn't need troops. They didn't need military in the streets to do it. Tell me why. Put it in the chat. Tell me why you think that's that.
Because when Obama and Biden were in office, there were no riots in the streets of Los Angeles, even though 80% of the deportations were also expedited with no hearing. But you didn't give a shit then. Now that Trump's in office, you suddenly give a shit. Hope that helps.
That turkey was amazing, mostly because I cooked it, because I'm really good at cooking turkey. So one of my tricks new tricks that I do, you know how when you cook a turkey in a pan, even if you got one of those raised pans, it always happens. You cook this turkey and the breast of the turkey get all nice, the top gets all nice and brown, and then you go to cut the underside and the thighs and legs are like all white underneath and not even done. Well, there's a trick you can do to avoid that. What you do is you cook the bird upside down for at least 1/3 of the cooking time. So you end up browning the bottom and sealing that first, even more so. And the other thing I do is I start my oven at 500 degrees. The first 45 minutes to an hour, you put it at 500 degrees, and then you turn it down to 325 and do the rest of the cooking. But anyway, do it upside down, and 1/3 of the way through, then you flip the bird back over in the pan, and the entire bird gets finished at the same time. So apparently, in Europe, you can refer to Americans as pigs. but not convicted rapists. The German court gives woman harsher punishment than convicted. I hate it when people say rapist. I'll just say unwanted sexual activity peoples for calling him a disgraceful pig. She called someone convicted of that crime a disgraceful pig and got a harsher punishment than the person who actually committed unwanted sexual activity. And so that's why people were posting that story about the German court gives women harsher punishment than convicted unwanted sexual activity.
Stand by.
There's
The
a story about this man,
program
too.
will begin
He led the attack on Pearl Harbor, but died a Christian missionary on December 7, 1941. Captain Mitsuo Fuchida flew the lead plane against Pearl Harbor, shouting the famous code, Tora, Tora, Tora. He hated America. But after the war, he met a former American POW, Jacob DeSager, who had returned to Japan not to punish him, but to preach the gospel. Shocked by this forgiveness, Fuchida bought a Bible. He converted to Christianity in 1950. The man who started the Pacific War spent the rest of his life touring the U.S. and Japan preaching. Quote, I was a follower of the sword. Now I'm a follower of the cross. Amazing. Nearly 5 years after pipe bombs were discovered outside the headquarters of the Democratic National Committee and the Republican National Committee in Washington, D.C., a suspect has been arrested in the case. On Thursday, federal agents arrested Brian Cole Jr., 30 of Woodbridge, Virginia, and he was charged with transportation of explosive devices, blah, 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 blah. But on Friday, legacy media outlets began reporting that Cole, this young black man right here, was a Trump supporter. And I'm not saying he's not because he's black. I'm just saying there's other evidence that might support the fact that he's not a Trump supporter. But we'll get to that. Quote, Brian Cole worked for a bail bonds company run by his father that worked to free illegal immigrants from ICE facilities and sued the Trump administration's Department of Homeland Security. He worked for his dad. They tried to free illegal immigrants. Interesting. Yes, I know every Trump supporter, every black supporter, Trump supporter, would be quick to hire Benjamin Crump, who represented the family of Trayvon Martin, attempting to sic the Biden administration Department of Justice on a local Tennessee prosecutor who had raised concerns about the bail bond companies. We'll find out eventually that this guy had wanted nothing to do with that.
Ding, how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song. Ding, drove a ring, long caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound. Oh, hill and dale, telling their tones. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song. Merry, joyful, Merry Christmas. On they send, on without end, their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is the song. Ding, joyful ring, long caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound. Oh, hill and dale, telling their tones. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry dong, that is the song. Merry, joyful, Merry Christmas. On they send, on without end, their joyful tone to every home. On they send, on without end, their joyful tone to every home. Ding dong, ding dong, dong.
Ding president, ding president, ding president, ding president. I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run. I work at Burger King, I make flavor whoppers, wear a paper hat. Do you want an apple pie with that? Do you want an apple pie with that? Ding president, ding president, ding president, ding president, ding. Fries are done. What? Look, I'm standing out here in the cold. You guys are all inside. I'm out here freezing my, you know what, off.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
Ding, fries are done, ding, fries are done, ding, fries are done, ding, fries are done. I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run. What up, people? Good morning and welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as Dawg Knight on the internet, and welcome to the Dawg Knight Channel on this Tuesday, the 15th of December, 2025, 10 days until Christmas. 9 shopping days if you want to count. And I don't know why I'm talking like this. This is not AM radio. So anyway, hi. I got my coffee in the old grandpa cup, established 2022. And yeah, everything is lovely here on this beautiful chilly Friday morning in the Twin Cities. Although, you know, it's interesting. Oh my God, it's 35 degrees out? Is that right? That can't be right. Let me check my phone here. 34 degrees. My gosh, it's t-shirt and shorts weather again. Because, you know, it's funny how when you, I think I said this yesterday too, when it's 11 below the whole weekend, and then you come back and a couple days later it's 30 degrees. I mean, that's a 40-degree swing. I could go out in a sweatshirt and shorts right now and be comfortable just because it was so freaking cold the other day. Anyway, hi, how y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Let's get the show started because I'm a little late again as usual. It's, you know, whatever. Look, I'll be able to fix that in about 3 weeks now, maybe, somewhat. Anyway, hi. First in chat today, Avocados Damme gets the bell. Excuse me. Still got a bit of a cough there. Also, good morning, Kara Soldier, Ms. Wild Wolf, Jinx, aka Midnight, our young friend. Good morning, JB. Jay Blizza is in the house. Memberlock, and I always forget. I get that one mixed up. Anyway, from one of our friends from Down Under, of course. And then there's Mike Savage, Blarg, over in Ireland. I got an international crowd here today. Let's see. And the Canadians, there's all kinds. TC's in the house, a.k.a. Moist Tree Rat. Lord Stanhope, good morning. Blue-Eyed Scream, what up? Civic Magic, good morning. And is that it? That's as far as I've scrolled. I think did I miss anybody? I don't know. Not that many people's here so far, but you know. Wait, what the hell's going on here? How do I get rid of this? I don't want this. Damn it. Anyway. Oh, Dom O'Leary. Oh, yeah, I knew that. It messes me up when I only see the @ names. It throws me off. And I knew the Avi. I just couldn't figure it out. Why can't how do you get rid of the, when you got, I just want a keyboard. I don't want all this crap on here. I don't want the emojis. How do I get rid of that? There's no place to just switch back to keyboard. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Anyway, so again, hope you're having a wonderful morning. Let's get the holidays out of the way. Oh wait, no, notifications. Let me do the notifications real quick. People who share the stream because I really appreciate it. First of all, there's Miss. Did I? Yeah, I did do it. Ms. Wild Wolf, we're reposting that, of course, and for sharing the show. And also Somnambule Nation, a.k.a. Lincoln D. Scription. Clever name. And then we got, what? Okay, should I say it out loud? I'm just going to put it here for your viewing pleasure because I think YouTube doesn't like that word, but that's hilarious. We got Tim Wall's mailbox and then Santa, because Tim Wall says there's a bunch of people going by his house yelling that word, retarded. And it's hilarious. So thank you, Somnambule Nation, for that bit of laughter this morning. And I'm going to repost it because, He's retarded. And then let's see. Thank you, Soundable Nation and JB and Ms. Wildwolf for reposting the show. My post of the show. Mr. X also same thing. Repost. Oh no, you said you reposted by you're a special kind of stupid. Okay, never mind. Yeah, there's a samurai where someone gets his arm cut off. I don't know if you can even tell on YouTube. I'm still gonna repost it. What the hell? I'm gonna repost it. I don't care. And then Ms. Wildwolf reposted Let's Go, and then Batter Up. Is that Andrew Dice Clay? Oh my God, it is Andrew Dice Clay looking like well, he's looking his age. You know what I mean? Good morning, Attack Alpaca. I see ya. Anyone else show up while I was looking over there? Okay, no. All right, so right now, there are how many people here? We got 17 people already. And I know I haven't said 17 names. And then, oh my God. There's only 4 likes. Come on, just get it out of the way, because otherwise you forget. And you get it all into the show and shit, and then you forget to hit the like button. So do it now, damn it. Do it now. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah, do it. So there you go. All right, holidays. Now this one was interesting because there's only a few on the calendar today, but here's the one that I thought was pretty cool. Today is National Chocolate Covered Anything Day. Like, if you throw some chocolate on it and eat that thing. You know what I mean? So this is a chocolate covered spider. There's also I'll take chocolate. National Chocolate Covered. They're not showing chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered peanuts, chocolate covered almonds, chocolate covered pancakes, no, not the dog. Don't eat the dog. I can't believe they posted that. Anyway, chocolate covered oranges. Like, are y'all familiar with what is it? Who makes that chocolate orange? I think it originated in Scotland or something. Who makes those? Terry's chocolate oranges. Have you ever eaten Terry's chocolate? Now it's not a chocolate covered orange, but it's this like ball that you break it and it breaks it off into little like looks like orange pieces, but they're chocolate. And then you eat the chocolate and it has orange flavor. Man, I love those things. I haven't had one of those in a while. I might have to go buy one of those. Anyway, chocolate covered grasshoppers. I would eat a chocolate covered grasshopper. Grasshoppers are edible. Do you know that? What is this? Chocolate covered. Oh, I don't know. Oh, chocolate covered Oreos. Yeah, just anything with chocolate. It's hard to go. Chocolate. You ever had chocolate covered bacon? Oh my gosh! At the Minnesota State. Well, it's not chocolate covered, but at the Minnesota State Fair, they have this booth called, I think it's called Big Ass Bacon or something like that. And you get a big old, it's like a 1/4-inch thick slice of fried bacon that's on a stick. And then they have the chocolate sauce you put over it. And it sounds like it would be disgusting, but it's unbelievably good. Like shockingly good. Shockingly good. Chocolate syrup on a nice crispy piece of bacon. Whew, boy. Anyway, any fruit flavored chocolate is blasphemy. No. Renee Mayat, hello, by the way. No, chocolate covered, or Terry's chocolate orange. I thought it would be, I thought exactly what you said. Okay, I thought that would be, oh no, you're saying chocolate covered fruit. Are you serious? You don't, Renee, you don't do chocolate covered strawberries? Come on, that's supposed to be like an aphrodisiac or some shit like that. Chocolate covered strawberries are awesome. What's the place called? Zupa. Have you ever been to a Zupa? That's a soup and salad, and they have these like grilled panini sandwiches and stuff. It's a restaurant, and it's kind of fast service restaurant. They have really good soups, and whenever you get a bowl of soup there, or you get a salad, or you get a combination, whatever, they always give you really nice chocolate strawberries. And I always try to figure out, where are they getting these very beautifully ripe strawberries from? Because, like, usually if you go to the store and you're trying to buy strawberries, like certain times of the year, you just get these ugly half green and white strawberries that are terrible. And they get the nicest, juiciest strawberries that they hand dip in the store. Anyway, a chocolate covered fruit roll up, that sounds weird. But I would try it. What the hell? Anyway, I'm sorry. Chocolate covered strawberries are awesome. They just are. Anyway, all right. So anyway, happy chocolate covered anything day. The only other holidays that are out there today, Digital Marketers Day. Fuck that. I hate digital marketers. Barbie. Now this was a funny one. Barbie and Barney Backlash Days. What does that mean? It's like because you get tired of the plastic Barbie dolls and Barney the dinosaur, you just go, if you see anyone dressed as Barney, go kick him in the nuts or something. Anyway, and then melt a Barbie doll or whatever. And then it's also Stupid Toy Day. Okay, we'll do a Q&A on this one because I had to think about this. Because I was trying to think, well, what's a stupid toy? I mean, Mr. Potato Head was kind of a stupid toy, but it was still kind of fun. So here we go. I want you to name in the Q&A. It's going to be name a stupid toy for Stupid Toy Day. Now, I was thinking, like, maybe you could consider lawn darts back in the day, because we had lawn darts, throw a big metal spike on a giant dart that you threw up in the air and you tried to land them in this circle. But, the kids are always like, okay, we're going to throw them all up in the air as fast as you can and run and try not to get hit by one. But anyway, name a stupid toy for Stupid Toy Day. That's going to be our Q&A. Somebody at about the top of the hour, remind me to go back and check out the stupid toys that you came up with. And please, this is a serious question. No, well, I suppose you could make something up too, but I prefer to some toys that you actually had or played with as a child that were really stupid toys, okay? So there you go. That's the Q&A for today. All right, let's move on. I feel really animated. Did I seem a little animated today? Maybe it's because I've had 3 cups of coffee already since I've been home. Anyway, did I say I had a blue-eyed scream? I think I did. If I didn't, and the Pope is here. Yes, Pope Tyrannus III, the Blessed Lich, with today's inspirational message, not from the Father, not from the Son, but from the Holy Ghost. Pope Tyre says, "Blessing of the Holy Ghost, as I listen to the sound of the birds and see the bright sun, I may feel the bite of the cold air, but I am happy, for I get another day to experience all of this and more." Wow, that is so deep and lovely. That's a lovely message from the Pope. Thank you, Pope Tyrannus III. Chocolate and caramel only, full stop. Come on, you don't eat chocolate-covered peanuts? Come on, Renee. I almost said chocolate-covered peanuts. Anyway, long darts make for an interesting game of catch. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Anyway, in the Q&A, name your toy. I'm going to get rid of the stream thing to copy there. If you didn't do it, well, then whatever. Oh, by the way, there's a couple more people to thank for the sharing the stream. That would include Mr. Ty Alexander. Thank you, sir. And then there's our daily Ric Flair gif. Him doing that walk. Woo! So there you go. Thank you, Ty Alexander. All right, news time. Let's get into some stuff. Rob Reiner's trending again, and partially because of Donald Trump's stupid post about his death. And then they doubled down in some interview, and a lot of people are excoriating Donald Trump, rightfully so. That, I mean, that's when I say Donald Trump's a jackass, that's what I mean. So and no one, oh my God, if you're out here making, so some of these people are really upset about it, and I understand it. Brooklyn dad dickhead, if you're out here making excuses for the nasty shit Trump said about Rob Reiner after his murder, you're a garbage person. I haven't seen anyone defending Donald Trump for what he says. Thomas Massey, even my aggregator, who cannot stand Rob Reiner, JD Sefton, Ace of Spades, just gave that was really dumb to do, Donald Trump. And then he kind of doubled down on it They asked him a question about it, and look, I understand why Trump is bitter about Rob Reiner, because Rob Reiner was trying to come up with some kind of another one of those hit piece documentaries on Donald Trump. And so there's this, which I haven't actually watched, but I know that it says what he said.
A number of Republicans have denounced your statement on Truth Social after the murder of Rob Reiner. Do you stand by that post?
Well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned. He said he knew it was false. In fact, it's the exact opposite, that I was a friend of Russia, controlled by Russia. You know, it was the Russia hoax. He was one of the people behind it. I think he hurt himself in career-wise. He became like a deranged person, Trump derangement syndrome. So I was not a fan of Rob Reiner at all in any way, shape, or form. I thought he was very bad for our country.
But now, that's not the whole answer. I'm guaranteeing that's not the whole answer, because Brooklyn Dad Dickhead probably didn't put the whole answer. But it's even now, it's like, come on. We had enough people complaining about how people reacted to Charlie Kirk's death, and I didn't appreciate that, and I really don't appreciate the way Trump, what Trump wrote, or what he said, and so sometimes, but I get it. Trump's pretty fucking bitter about all these people, but still, I think it's unnecessary. I think it would have been. There's times when you just say, "I'm not going to comment anymore." May his family have peace, except for the son who got arrested. Apparently his son got arrested. And let me see if I can find arrest. Cause I believe his son got arrested for this. Trump posted this without knowing Nick Reiner was under arrest. He posted assuming one of his fans. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't say anything about his fans. He didn't say anything about it. All right. What? Arrest and Rob Reiner trending. LAPD releases pictures of Nick Reiner's arrest following the murders of his father, Rob Reiner, and his mother. Fuck. What the hell happened? So, FTG to Nick Reiner. I don't care if I like somebody or not. Of course, clearly there's something going on in that family, and who knows if there's any, any drugs related. Who knows what it was. I guess eventually we'll get the full story. The LAPD Gang and Narcotics Division shares photos of arrests made in connection to Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner's deaths. Well, here's an article from Fox News LA. Their son, 32-year-old Nick Reiner, was arrested and booked on suspicion of murder. Authorities believe the couple was stabbed to death. Tragedy continued to unfold in shocking deaths. On Monday, the officials of the Los Angeles Police Department confirmed the couple's son, Nick Reiner, was arrested and booked on suspicion of murder. The detectives of the Los Angeles Police Department were called to the Brentwood home of Rob and Michelle Reiner on the afternoon of Sunday, December 14th. During the early stages of the investigations, it was revealed the two were victims of homicide. It's believed they were stabbed to death. Nick Reiner, the couple's 32-year-old son, was located within hours after his parents were found dead. He was arrested on suspicion of murder around 9:15 p.m. Sunday. He remains in custody with no bail. On Monday, LAPD's Gang and Narcotics Division shared photos of the arrest taking place in connection with his parents' death. So why was the Gangs and Narcotics Division involved? Nick Reiner openly shared a struggle with drug addiction and has even experienced homelessness. He wrote the film Being Charlie, loosely based on his life, that was released in 2015. The film was directed by his father and won a SAMHSA, which is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration's Voice Award. Who knows? There's more in the story. I'll leave the story here. It doesn't tell any more details other than background stuff. But holy shit, it's just awful. All right, I'm going to move on. Let's go to when I open the when you open the search thing on X, they give you a few featured articles that are happening, right? So, Play this. Thank you, Reaction in Puerto Rico. Dropping a Hamilton in the tip jar. Play this interview for a bit. You can tell Rob loved his son, but that kid was already off. Well, thank you, and let's do that. Let's do it right now because Hamilton is how you hijack the show, and let's click the link and see what's going on here. All right, let's pause.
What was the toughest for you?
Hang on. There's an interview about Being Charlie, which is the movie Nick wrote and Rob Reiner directed.
What was the toughest for you? What do you think, Nick?
It wasn't very tough. I mean, it was a pretty nice experience for me. I don't really think it was like tough at all.
Really?
I mean, of course it was a little bit, but.
I mean, we did get into fights over things, but ultimately it forced us to make the film better. I mean, we get into issues, and I would see, he would. The whole process for me, I can just speak for myself, it did make me understand him a lot more, and I think it made me a better father. Hopefully it did. I don't know, but I think that, and you'll see it in the film, what happens is, your kid, if your kid is going through rough times, the parent your main job is to keep your child safe. So I would do anything. I felt at a loss, so I would do anything that, as we say in the film, anybody with a desk and a diploma, I would listen to them, and the whole idea of tough love and you have to be a certain way, and it's not my nature. It's not the way I am built, but I went and did that, and I think that, at the end of the day, I know my child better than an expert does, and I probably should have trusted my own instinct, and that's one of the things I did learn about the whole experience.
I think the bonding came not from the story itself, but from the fact that we were working on a movie together, and I could see him in I would think, in the form that he could express himself the best, which is making movies, because he has so much experience. And so seeing that sort of turned me around to be like, okay, I should probably...
No, sorry, I'm responding.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it off there. I'm gonna leave this in the links today, if you want to watch the rest of it. But this is an interesting way this starts out, and it seems like Rob Reiner was, as they did this movie, clearly did some soul searching and was wondering, maybe because they went the tough love route, I guess, and it's interesting. It's just interesting. You can watch this interview on your own. The rest of it, it's only about 15 minutes more of it long, but I don't want to take the whole show with it. Good morning, Darren Root, by the way. Thank you, Reaction in Puerto Rico, by the way. Greatly appreciate your support. All right, let's move to let's see. So we're on Rob Reiner. Okay, let's go to the other thing that was being pushed out. And I do have a funny. I'll tell you right after this one. So the other one that was a featured article, RFK Jr. Pushes to limit pharma TV ads amid bipartisan support. Kennedy argues that these ads fueled over medication through marketing over medical need, while recent FDA auctions demanded fuller side effect disclosures to lengthen the spots. Infectious disease doctor Neil Stone opposes much of Kennedy's agenda, but backs the restriction. And bipartisan senators like Chuck Grassley and Dick Durbin have supported similar limits. The push highlights tensions over pharmaceutical influence, from vaccine liability shields under the 1986 law to cases like Canadian father Dan Hartman's suit against Pfizer after his son's death post-COVID vaccine. So anyway, he's looking at restricting pharmaceutical ads, which I personally think should have never been on TV. Having relatives in the medical field, and they hear, you see these stupid pharmaceutical ads. It's like, oh, take this Jardans or whatever for what this and that. And so someone walks to the doctor, oh, I think I need Jardans. And it's like, the doctor's like, you don't have that disease or whatever it is that they're talking about that's for. I just think the pharmaceutical companies shouldn't be promoting that stuff. This should be stuff that your doctors prescribe because they think you actually might need it. And when now again, sometimes though people too. Oh, and also I always have to laugh at the side effects, and the dumbest okay, the dumbest disclosure, the completely dumbest disclosure they make, and I don't know if you can think of another dumber disclosure they make, is when they say, do not use this product if you are allergic to this product. What the actual F? Why would that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. It's like, do not use this. If I'm allergic to something, of course I'm not going to use it if I'm allergic to it. And only my doctor would know that. And so maybe you shouldn't be advertising this shit to me, because if I don't know that I'm allergic to it, my doctor probably would. Holy shit, this is the dumbest shit I ever heard. And how would you know if you never took it? That too. But, you know, I mean, at least your doctor might have an idea. Okay, there's this ingredient, because you're just getting this, you know, you got some fat dancing lady all happy because she took this medication, and you're like, well, I'm a fat, happy lady. Maybe I need that medication. Oh, but my doctor, then you're like allergic to it, though. And it's like, why would you? Oh, God, it's just stupid. So anyway, so this Neil Stone guy, by the way, and this is related to what we talked about yesterday. So this Neil Stone guy that they talk about that posted this thing that says, RFK Jr. is preparing to ban pharmaceutical ads on TV. I fully support this move. I'm opposed to almost everything he is doing, but not this. Now, speaking of which, so yesterday we talked about everyone bitching and moaning about the measles and trying to blame RFK for trying to blame RFK for the measles, right? And I went to this Neil Stone's page just to figure out, well, hey, what he opposes everything RFK does, so I wanted to go see what this Dr. Stone was saying on here. And I scrolled down and I found a stupid post by this doctor who, where is it? It's not that far down, I know, because I just replied to it. Let's see. Anyway, he wrote something about, here it is. So, South Carolina measles cases continue to climb. There are currently 303 people on quarantine in the state. To which this dickhead, Neil Stone, says, Maha is going well, I see. And I was like, hold it. You're a doctor. You believe in science, right? So a doctor who's opposed to everything RFK is doing, why would Maha have anything to do with the current measles outbreak? Here, where is it? Where is he? He wrote something else about it up here. I'm like, what the? what are you talking about? I was like, can you explain what the current measles outbreak has to do with Maha? And I'm pretty sure he couldn't. I don't know if he did or not. But and then it also brought me to this post by the Democrats. The Democrats. This is let's see. And what just says the Democrats, we're fighting for a better, fairer, brighter future for every American. Which, again, these idiots, Trump put a known vaccine conspiracy theorist in charge of our public health. Now we're here. And they used this stupid ass post that Fox News put on comparing this year's measles outbreaks to the lowest year ever, 2013, when everyone was, shelter in place from COVID, where nobody was in contact with each other. And this stupid 14,608% increase from that year. Y'all are fucking stupid. You did not think this through. By the way, Avocas Diabli, thank you for your post yesterday, the 406,800% increase in Canada, because I've used that about 5 times on X since you posted it. So anyway, these people are fucking stupid. But you know what? Rhetorically, it's probably effective for a minute, because a lot of people won't think it through, going, oh my God, it's RFK Jr. is causing a measles epidemic, until somebody explains to them that no one gets their measles shots until 12 to 18 months years old, or 12 to 18 months old, which means Anyone who had gotten vaccinated for this measles outbreak, it would have been a year and a half ago. And Canada and Mexico, their rise in measles cases is exponentially higher if you're going by percentage than the United States. And RFK Jr. is not in charge of the health of the people of Canada's and Mexico's. And by the way, Canada has universal health care, and there's up at 400,000% increase since 2020 compared to 2020. Anyway, a lot of people making stupid posts about measles still. Now, there's a notification here. What is this new notification? I am just curious. Are these people sharing the show? Thank you. Yes, reaction on Puerto Rico, reposting my post, greatly appreciated. And then we got the Batman gift from reaction on Puerto Rico because he's always on theme. I did my gift was I'm Batman. And then Scribe Light, he's replying to, by the way, Scribe, are you here? You may not be, but yeah, I see you. Let's see. What is here? Oh, because who was I replying to? Oh, yeah, special kind of stupid. Y'all clearly didn't think this through. And Scribe's like, I wonder what was so special about 2020. I wonder what's so special about 2020. Because, I can't believe Fox News did that. But their point was, they implied that the measles were coming in from all these people in third world countries. Oh, by the way, I should probably redo that. You still have the opportunity to be the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor today. I just forgot to reset it yesterday. So eventually Gunfox's name will, if someone makes a donation today through Streamlabs, you will be the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor today, at least for the short time that before somebody else makes a bigger donation or whatever. So I don't see Johnny Boomertech here. Anyone seen Johnny this morning? What the hell's going on with Johnny Boomertech? Has he been working? Where are you at, Johnny? What the hell? Well, you're not doing your job. Gosh darn it. Oh well, we'll fix that later. Whoa! Alan Tyler! Ask and you shall receive. You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Welcome to the show, Alan Tyler. Dropping 26 in the tip jar too. Man, that's awesome. It's just with a simple message, sup dog. And also, I see who else just showed up. Evan S is in the house. Whatever. Thank you very much, Alan. Greatly appreciated. You have no idea how much that's appreciated. So, all right, let's move on. RFK. Oh, the other one was This is the one that came up this morning too. Long food line forms in small Kentucky town amid winter chill. Now, I guess I'm confused. Now, again, certainly the people someone up here on X has posted this just to show how MAGA is hurting people in Republican areas or whatever. And so this post, Kentucky overwhelmingly voted for Trump, 64%. Kentucky voters elected Mitch McConnell as their senator the last 40 years. Yet he voted to increase his six-figure salary 6 times. McConnell is one of the wealthiest senators, worth an estimated $65 million. Kentucky is getting exactly what they deserve. They voted for this shit. I'm kind of, if I were going to say, for example, Minnesotans voted for a governor who would ignore all the fraud going on in Minnesota. Like that's what the bad result is what you voted for. I don't think that's the case. I mean, it is technically, yes, on paper what they voted for because it's happened. But is it the voters' fault that you have a shitty person? I guess it is. I don't know. It's not like the economy was booming prior to Trump, okay? The prices of shit was going up and up and up. And so this is just one of those things that people do on both sides of the aisle to try to, gotcha on the other side. The image first shared anonymously on Reddit around December 6th showed a line stretching across a parking lot next to a red brick building in an unnamed Kentucky town. Kentucky grapples with food insecurity, with 21% of children in food insecure households in 2023. Wait a minute. In 2023, what's significant about that date? Huh? 2023. Hello. Oh, Katie did skate. What's up? It's been such a long time. How about you? Here in Sweden, M. Jonas Episkopos and I are getting married. Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's awesome. Oh, aw. Congratulations. That's beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Awesome. And I missed you. I haven't seen you. I've seen Episkopos here every once in a while, but congratulations. That's beautiful. Okay. So anyway, I laughed that food insecure houses in 2020 and statewide rate of 14.5% above the national average. Rural areas face ongoing hardships from job losses in coal. Why are there job losses in coal? Is that something? Is that a Republican policy? I don't think so. And manufacturing and the opioid crisis and rising holiday demand as food pantries report longer lines from working families. So it seems as though to me that perhaps this problem was happening before the current administration got in office. Now, has it been exacerbated? I don't know, because this doesn't tell me anything other than there are people in a food pantry line. Means nothing. Oh, and the worst part about this is that the majority of these people, given the chance, would vote the same exact way. Can't fix stupid. Well, look, this didn't just come up this year, you freaking asswipes. God. Hello, Selected Boy, by the way. Yeah, boy. I am, it's like, they act like everything happening right now is something that is brand new since the new administration came into being. But I guarantee you, when there was 9% inflation just a couple years ago, and all these prices went up to the level they're at now, and now that inflation's slowed, but it's still going up slightly. I'm pretty sure that all these people were in the same situation then, as job losses, and imagine what it was like during the Biden administration when everyone wanted to lock down states because of COVID. I mean, oh boy, I bet those lines were even longer. So it's like, God, y'all are stupid. It's just a stupid thing. I mean, so the idea that it's just like with this measles outbreak, okay? People are trying to blame this administration for a measles outbreak of unvaccinated people that would not have been vaccinated during this administration, because they don't even, if they are born during this administration, they still wouldn't be vaccinated until January, February, or March of next year. They wouldn't have, so this has nothing, the measles outbreak has nothing to do with this administration. And the fact that it's going up in Canada, it's going up in Mexico, probably has something to do with a whole bunch of people who came into these countries unvetted, probably no medical records, that we just let them all over North America. That's why there's probably this measles outbreak. Because it was pretty much, for most part, gone. Pretty much the most part gone before the last few years when we started seeing cases rise again. So, kindly take a nice warm bath of shut the fuck up. That's what I say. So anyway, that's one of the things that were featured. And then another thing that was featured, oh my God, I'm running out of time. I'm not even anywhere close to where I wanted to be. The campus shooting at Brown University. 2 Brown students killed in campus shooting during finals review. The attack on the Barris and Holly building claimed the lives of 19-year-old Ella Cook, vice president of the College Republicans, and remembered as a bright light of kindness, and 18-year-old Muhammad Aziz Murzakov, from Uzbekistan who dreamed of becoming a surgeon. 9 others were injured, but now are stable. It happened during Professor Rachel Freiberg's popular economics class, though she was not present. A man in black fled on foot while police pursue leads with an active tip line. No motive or suspect has been confirmed amid online speculation. Now, there's an interesting phenomenon going on with this that I would like to tell you about. So let's just start with this tweet by J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, this beautiful young girl was one of the murdered students at Brown University. It takes special courage to lead an organization of conservatives on a left-wing campus, and I'm very sorry our country has lost one of its bright young stars. Eternal rest under her, O Lord. Now, this is when they found out the official statement that she had passed. Okay? Now, a while later, another statement came out that another student passed, to which J.D. Vance wrote this. It looks like the second victim in the Brown shooting has been identified. A brilliant young man who dreamed of being a surgeon. May God rest his soul, the soul of Muhammad Aziz Amurzakov. Say a prayer for everyone affected by this terrible tragedy right before Christmas. So, he mentioned both, right? Now, what's wild is there are a few people out there who are bitching. Let me give you the Daily Krasenstein now. Hello, Annalyn. What's up? Here's the Daily Krasenstein. Rest in peace to Muhammad Aziz Amurzakov, who was killed in the Brown University shooting. Unfortunately, J.D. Vance and press secretary and others within the Trump administration are only mourning the loss of Ella Cook, the white conservative woman. Rest in peace, Ella and Muhammad. No one should have to face this disgusting violence. Right, no one should. You're right. And we still don't know who did it. But now, what is wild is Brown University releases footage from the worst angle possible that doesn't show the shooter's face 6 hours after the shooting. There are over 800 cameras on campus. This is all they got? Something isn't adding up. Now, so anyway, after Ed put that stupid post, because they're trying to say, oh, they only care about the white girl, when J.D. Vance clearly posted about both them as soon as he found out their names. Also, there's a lot now, and also there's a couple of interesting posts here from both the left and the right. This call to action. This is so fucking embarrassing. The mayor of Providence had to tell Americans not to trust any news that isn't released from official Providence sources because the president of the United States spread information. Did he? I don't know what he did.
As I mentioned at the press briefing before this, I'll reiterate right now. In this day and age, there is a lot of misinformation that can spread as it pertains to official updates regarding the shelter in place or any future announcements. Please follow the City of Providence official social media channels. We've also put out updates through our 311 system, but the City of Providence on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram will be updating throughout the evening. If that did not come from an official channel, then it is not official. Right now, the shelter in place is the same as it had been earlier, and it remains the same.
Now, that's interesting. Did you hear it mention anything about the president on that? What did he mention about the president? Now on Fox News, the evil empire over at Fox, here's how they had a report on this.
And called into police. I mean, the reality is that this is a 7-story physics and engineering building that was unlocked, but this individual went to a specific classroom that was essentially in a study session for an exam on economics and chose that classroom. And we know from a witness inside that this gunman yelled something. We don't know what this individual yelled, and then began.
Okay, now this is interesting. Because I'm listen to this report carefully, and then I'm going to show you what Laura Loomer wrote, because she's a little bit nutty too, and I'd like to throw some caution to the wind by saying what she said.
Shooting. We also know that this person reportedly used a handgun. So a lot of questions.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't an assault weapon? I'm shocked. I thought every never mind. I shouldn't go there.
Also as to whether or not they recovered that handgun or what kind of ballistics evidence may have led them perhaps to this individual as well. So we have more questions than answers, other than the fact that we know the lockdown has been lifted, and at least according to the mayor, this community can breathe a sigh of relief. But hopefully we hope to find out more in the coming hours.
Now, he clearly said they don't know what he yelled. But Laura Loomer, breaking, Brown University mass shooter yelled Allah Akbar before opening fire on campus, according to what sources? That not the source you posted there. And she goes, how come media is suppressing eyewitness testimony about how the shooter at Brown University allegedly shouted that before he opened fire on campus the night before the first night of Hanukkah? The media is only saying he shouted something before he opened fire. Sources tell me. What sources do you have at Brown University, Laura? What are you talking? I mean, look, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm certainly not saying it did if there's no report that says that. But it's being kept quiet by police and the Democrats who run Rhode Island. So anyway, and then the other report here. Now I believe this is the president of Brown University, who really didn't seem to have any answers. I don't know how she's going to have answers to this. She's not a detective. She wasn't in the building. But let's hear what she has to say.
I'm catching up right now.
President, with all due respect, 6 hours after this shooting, and you said you don't know what was going on in that classroom, how does that happen? Were they taking an exam? Were they meeting for a club?
I don't know. I don't know.
6 hours later, and you're the president, and you don't know.
I do not know.
Maybe she hasn't been informed yet. I mean, look, there's a lot of chaos after shit like this, and the fact that she's going to have exact details of what they were doing in the room, whether there was an exam or not, they'll figure out eventually. I don't know if that's a good question. I don't, there's, I mean, imagine how much chaos there is in a situation like this. I'm going to give her some grace on that.
That's kind of concerning.
Yeah, I'm going to give her some grace on that. Maybe she's the shooter. Oh, shit. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff on that. It'll be in the tab as you, if you open that on X. Let's move on. The United States Senate, here's another one. The United States Senate has rejected the ACA subsidy extension, premium set to double. Now, I'm going to read you this, and then I'm going to give you, I'm going to scroll down this one, because this one's interesting, how people are processing this, so to speak. Last week, senators from both parties rejected proposals to extend enhanced ACA premium tax credits. What? Senators from both parties rejected proposals. That were first added in 2021 amid the pandemic. These subsidies currently help 22 million enrollees keep annual costs around $888. But without renewal of the subsidies, experts forecast jumps to nearly $2,000, which begs the question, what were people paying before the subsidies? But Democrats like Amy Klobuchar, our disgrace from the state of Minnesota, warned millions of families dropping coverage or turning to inadequate plans, while Republicans like Senator Marsha Blackburn argued for direct aid to patients instead of what they called a costly program benefiting insurers. With open enrollment closed and changes looming in January, moderate voices signal possible talks ahead. Whatever, okay? Now, and then you got people with their stories. My family's health insurance is going from $694 to $1,327. Thanks, Republicans. What? Thanks, Republicans? So it's going back to what it was before the subsidies, because the subsidies were supposed to be temporary because of COVID. And so you got a little break during COVID, but now they're going back to what they're supposed to be. Because I remember distinctly Mr. Barack Obama saying, did you do that? I distinctly remember Barack Obama It's been a while since I've done that bit. It's still funny too. Anyway, remember when Barack Obama said that when we do this thing, your health insurance premiums are going to be like the same as you're probably like the same cost as a cable bill. Remember that? You remember that? He literally, that came out of his mouth, that, it's going to lower costs and your health insurance premiums are going to be like that, about the same as your cable bill. When the Democrats alone passed it. Now, that's not the point I wanted to make, though. The point I wanted to make is, as you scroll through this, oh, by the way, Democrats want to force you to spend $83 billion on pandemic-era program that lines the pockets of insurance companies and funds abortion. Republicans want to send money directly to patients and stop taxpayers from funding abortion and illegal alien health care. Okay, whatever. Where is this? Oh, here it is. The chin. Pramila Jayapal. She wrote this bullshit. They created this crisis. Now they're offering a sham solution at the 11th hour that doesn't extend the subsidies that would actually lower your premiums. Typical Republican playbook. Now, allow me to correct the chin. Subsidies do not lower the premiums. Let me repeat that. Subsidies do not lower the premiums. Subsidies are why the insurance companies can keep raising the premiums. The premiums are going to be what they are no matter what the subsidy is. So, do subsidies lower the premiums? No, the premiums keep going up. But what you want is to subsidize the premiums that keep going up. You are subsidizing the insurance companies because you make it easier for them to raise the premiums by giving people money to pay for them. So you can, again, have a nice warm cup of shut the fuck up, chin. And also, by the way, the whole ACA, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, whatever the hell you want to call it, not a single Republican voted for it. Not a single Republican voted for the subsidy increase. Not a single Republican voted for any of that crap. But you all said, oh, it would lower healthcare costs. And again, Barack Obama said out of his nice little perfectly coiffed tan suit mouth that, oh, your health insurance premium will be about the same as a cable bill. Well, I never had a cable bill that was $1,300 or whatever it is. Because look, even this lady complaining about the $1,300, her health insurance is going from $694 to $1,327. Do you realize even that is subsidized? That's subsidized. That $1,327 is already it's down at $1,327 because they subsidize it. It's incredible how much the insurance companies raised premiums as soon as they started using the Affordable Care Act as a pass-through. So y'all are fucking stupid, and they need to figure out something else because it ain't working. All right, moving on. By the way, and here's another one of these stupid measles cases are up 1,500% since RFK started leading the HHS. To which I replied, measles cases are up 406,800% in Canada since RFK started leading the United States HHS. Dumb fucks. Somebody go repost that. Or just hit a like or something. Let's get some attention to that. Dumbass. All right, let's see. Let's move on. Oh, and the main topic was going to be Australia and the terror. You notice there is seems to be a resurgence in terror cases. So I'm going to just go through a bunch of things now. Let's kind of do a lightning. Before I do that, let's check the stupid toy list here. Let's check the stupid toy list. No, we'll do that at the end. Never mind. I'm a little schizo. I shouldn't say schizo because that would be like ableist or some shit. Read the Q&A before you leave. Thank you, Avocados Diablo, for reminding me. Okay. There seems to be an uptick in how do you say this? There seems to be an uptick in activity by people who would have said things that Laura Loomer accused the Brown shooter of saying. Did you catch that? So we had this thing in Australia. I want to show you this too, by the way. Bondi showed how quickly Australians are blamed instead of told the truth. Share this. This is what I wanted to play this one real quick, because this is related to the incident in Sydney. And here's this. This is good.
Australians should be asking a very simple question right now. Why is it that every time something horrific happens, our leaders rush to talk about what was used, but never who used it? The Prime Minister and Premiers have shown us exactly who they are. They're cowards. They're happy to attack law-abiding Australians, happy to punish people who follow the rules, happy to blame everyday citizens for the actions of criminals and terrorists. But when it comes to the real problem, when it comes to saying who is responsible, where is the threat coming from, or why it keeps happening, they go silent. Why? Because they're scared. Scared of extremists, scared of backlash, scared of telling
being
the
called
truth.
racist.
So instead, they take the easy road. They attack us. And here's the part people really need to think about. What do the terrorists actually want? They want a weaker society. They want fewer Australians willing to stand up. They want people disarmed, physically, culturally, and mentally.
By the way, AD, you're exactly right. If that shooter would have been right wing, oh my God, they'd have been all over that.
And every time our leaders lie, deflect, and manipulate the narrative, they're doing that job for them. Australians are being lied to.
And our Americans and
professional
Brits
politicians
and everyone in the Western world.
And a media class that refuses to ask hard questions. It's time to stop falling for it. It's time to stop blaming Australians. And it's time to demand honesty, not cowardice, from the people who claim to lead us.
Okay, there's more in this, but let you read it, watch yourself. But probably get arrested in Germany if you had that, or in England especially. In Great Britain, they're arresting people for even implying that it might have had something to do with something or something. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'll make a separate link for that one because it's a good video, and not a lot left. There we go. All right. So anyway, let's see. Daughter of Bonnie Beach victim who was shot and hospitalized slams Australia's BBC live on air. Oh, let's see this. This would be good.
How are we feeling? Is this what you wanted? Is this enough now? Will you listen to us? Albanese, Wong, will you listen to us? Will you actually do something? Will you actually... don't have to stand up and say anything because we don't believe you anyway. And ABC, I've got to say, will you cut out the biased reporting?
ABC is the Australian Broadcasting
mainstream media. We feel will you cut it out? Will you actually let us have a voice? Because we feel that part of the reason that the Jewish people have experienced such a massive change in Australia towards us. I mean, I'm Aussie. You know, I'm not a religious Jewish girl, but a woman. But since October the 7th, since all the hatred that's been thrown at us, I started to wear my Magen David because I'm Jewish. And if you have something to say, you can say it to me. And ABC, please stop with the biased reporting.
Victoria, we are so sorry for what you were going through.
Okay, we're so sorry for anything. Well, then shut the fuck up. That's what you should do. In Australia, their reaction is, we're going to tighten gun laws. Isn't murder already illegal? Because the gun didn't shoot itself. So anyway, let's see. Where's the... And then the Bondi Beach is also trending, breaking Boris and Sophia Gurman, 69 and 61, have been identified as the couple who heroically tried to stop the terrorist as he exited his car before the Hanukkah massacre on Bonny Beach. The couple attempted to prevent him from opening fire. After several minutes of struggle, the gunman overpowered them, regained his weapon, and shot Boris and Sophia. Boris and Sophia's selfless act of courage will never be forgotten. May their memories forever be a blessing. Jeez. I think there was about 15 different people who tried to stop these people. And there's a whole bunch of stories about them in this tab. The interesting thing too, apparently there's a report. Now, I don't know where this report's coming from, so take it with a grain of salt. Hanukkah shooters pledged loyalty to ISIS before massacre, according to a report. Father and son attackers who executed a deadly mass shooting at a Hanukkah celebration in Australia's Bonny Beach on Sunday reportedly pledged allegiance to Islamic State. Flags for the jihadist group were discovered in their vehicle. Pakistani immigrant Sahid Akram, 50, and his son Naveed Akram, 24, armed with rifles, killed at least 15 people, including a 10-year-old girl, a Holocaust survivor, and a London-born rabbi. Police fatally shot Sajid Akram during the incident, while Naveed Akram was critically wounded and is now under guard in a Sydney hospital. Just weeks earlier, the pair had traveled back to Australia after a trip to Mindanao Island in the Philippines. New South Wales Police and Australian Federal Police and the Australian Security Intelligence Organization are examining their activities on the island, which has long been regarded as an extremist hotspot. The Australian journalist was shot there in 2019 while reporting on battles against ISIS affiliates. So, I don't know where that report originate from, but that's interesting. And there's all sorts of, I'm going to skip that. So, this is dumb tweets. I had a bunch of dumb tweets, but I wanted to talk about, and then there's apparently in New York City, a city councilwoman, a Republican, is facing a firestorm after calling for the expulsion of Muslims in light of that Bonny Beach attack. She's getting savage for even hinting that might be a solution. But we're seeing lots of these things. So the FBI, this is a Breitbart article, FBI thwarts anti-ICE pro-Palestine group accused of planning a New Year's Eve bombing in Los Angeles. So that's, again, make with that if you will. And there's another article about it in the Daily Wire about this radical leftist group accusing of plotting the New Year's Eve bombing. And then Jack Posobiec has an interview with, he interviews Andy Ngo, talking about how the far left extremist groups in the United States have operated with impunity for years. I mean, we know how it's going in Portland and Seattle, the Antifa groups that are not an organization, even though they have a chapter name in Portland. But how, the left just lets them go. And there's also examples of how the judges let people go. So here's one. Democratic judge on trial for blocking arrest of an illegal immigrant. Hannah Dugan, the Milwaukee County Circuit Court judge, is headed to trial and facing federal charges for allegedly obstructing immigration enforcement officers. Remember that case when she lied to the people there to enforce immigration and then snuck him out the back? So she's under indictment now. Under the indictment, Dugan diverted federal agents away from the hallway where they were planned to arrest Flores Ruiz after his court appearance on domestic violence charges. The judge allegedly escorted Flores Ruiz and his attorney through a non-public door, allowing him to temporarily avoid capture. He was later arrested outside the courthouse after a brief pursuit. Prosecutors claimed that Dugan acted corruptly and misled federal agents by stating that they required a judicial warrant to make the arrest. Witnesses also described her as visibly angry upon learning of the agent's presence. Dugan, who had pleaded not guilty, has been suspended from her judicial duties. Well, good. It'll be interesting to see how that case goes. Is it going to be a jury trial? I hope so. And here, an Obama-appointed judge refuses to give more jail time to illegal alien who did that word in the title. A woman with cerebral palsy. He had unwanted sexual contact with a woman who had cerebral palsy. Federal judge appointed by former President Barack Obama is refusing to add additional jail time to a criminal sentence for 7-time deported illegal aliens. 7 times! Convicted of, you'll have to read it. It's descriptive. A woman with cerebral palsy for his repeated violation of immigration law. How about just putting his ass in a hole? I don't mean death. I mean like a hole, like in prison, solitary confinement for the rest of his life. Fuck that guy. And then another one. A Obama judge faces backlash for praising convicted illegal immigrant unwanted sexual contact person. The U.S. District Court Judge Judith Levy, appointed by the bench by Barack Obama, is facing a significant backlash over an inexplicable decision granting a light sentence to an illegal immigrant, Edie Riemann Membrino Diaz, the 30-year-old Honduran national convicted of unwanted sexual contact, starting with an R, a woman with, that's the same one, cerebral palsy, gave just like a ridiculously light sentence to this person. So 2 stories on that. Wisconsin Supreme Court threatens to obstruct immigration enforcement. Okay. America, we got a problem where the courts are now facilitating this shit. So anyway, there's other articles and stuff. Unfortunately, I got to go. Let me check the Q&A here because I want to see what you came up with for stupid toys. Here comes the stupid toy list. How many are on here? I'm afraid. Oh my goodness. Here's our stupid toy list. So, because it's Stupid Toy Day, if you weren't here earlier in the show, that is a holiday. And in fact, just to prove it, I'll show you my holiday calendar. Right there, right in front and center, or down there, it says it's National Stupid Toy Day. So, in the Q&A, we decided to find out what stupid toys you thought of, and here we go. Lord Stanhope says, the Tingler? What the is that a toy, or you just come up with that? The Tingler toy. Or did you just make that up? Because it sounds funny. It sounds funny as hell. Okay, that's a joke. Okay, thank God. I'm scared. Shrinky Dinks. Remember Shrinky Dinks? Man, oh man, I do remember Shrinky Dinks. You put the things in the oven and they turn into like, those are the ones that turn into like stained glass, right? Is that what I'm thinking of? Maybe. Anyway. Oh my God. Okay, I said they could be real toys or they could be fake toys. And I'm going to guess that this next one is a fake toy from Avocados Dobley. Although, might explain a lot. Okay, that's funny. Avocados Dobley. Stupid toy. The Fistomatic. The Fistomatic. It is not real. Do not tell me that's real. Well, okay, wait a minute. I suppose it could be a real sex toy. The Fistomatic. I mean, who actually enjoys that? Okay. Somnable Nation, wacky wall walkers. Are those like those little octopuses that you throw against the wall and they kind of stick to the wall in weird ways that crawl down? Fun but stupid. Pet Rock. Oh yeah, that's the dumbest toy of all time, but a brilliant move by whoever came up with it because people bought tons of them because it was a funny bit. The Sit and Spin was a stupid toy, but fun as hell. I remember Sit and Spins. Yeah. I mean, I didn't have one. I was too old, but my friend's little sister had one. The Tickler. Again, you got the Tingler and a Tickler. Lord Stanhope, are you making this shit up? I'm just saying. The MX Missile. I just realized you were talking about actual toys, not the adult varieties. Okay. Lord Stanhope, I forgot the name, but you made a monster around a provided skeleton, body, and organs. Then you got to dissolve them in a tank. Oh, who knows what that was called? Oh, Rock'em Sock'em Robots in the regular chat. Yeah, those are stupid toys, but they were fun. I loved Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Darren Root coming some from Hasbro. baby's first meth tester. Okay, that's not real. I know that's not real. Oh, God. Oh, I almost knocked my microphone out. Let's see. Baby's first meth tester. What's the next one? Lord Stanhope, chemistry sets. Like 80% of the kit was hazardous, and another 80% of the things you made were poisonous. Yeah, dude. Some of those chemistry sets you had in the 70s, like early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, you could get in trouble with some of that shit if you mix the wrong shit together. Holy shit. Let's see. Ms. Wildwolf, Pluggy Do. The hell's Pluggy Do? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of. Is that a funny toy, like fake toy? Pluggy Do. Avocados Diablo, stringless yo-yos. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a stringless yo-yo. Select a boy, a mouse shooting marbles. A mouse shooting? Is it like? Well, I was going to say when you said that, I was thinking of Hungry Hippo, where you had the little hippo that you tried to catch the marbles. That was actually kind of a fun game. A wind-up doll that emits the smell of mint. What the hell? Is that real? Oh my God. Select a boy. Oh, the Melt Man action figure. That's what that is. That what they made you formed a monster around a skeleton and then it melted or whatever. That might have been it. Avocado Sally, those decapitated heads girls put makeup on. Oh my God. Yes. Those are so dumb. Those are hilarious. Sea monkeys. Were sea monkeys a toy or are they a real thing? Those little, and aren't sea monkeys just, what are those things? Aren't sea monkeys actually just seahorses? Or is that a toy? I don't know. And Avocados Diabli, the last toy of the day. My first accounting set. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, guys. Thank you for playing along. Friday Q&A. The terrible. Oh, they were brine shrimp. Is that what they were? Okay, well, whatever. That's just. Yeah, sea monkeys. That was so dumb. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great Tuesday. I got to go. Thanks, Alan, for the spot of the show. Thanks, everyone in the chat. And if you didn't chat, you just kind of lurking in the background, that's cool, too. As long as you were here, we appreciate you being here. That's it. Hope you have a wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow for, what do we do on Wednesdays? I don't know. Whatever we do. Hump day. See you tomorrow. My name's PDawgKnight, and I am out of here. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is PDawgKnight, and thank you for watching today on the PDawgKnight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here.